Hello, my name is Jeff Heggers. I'm at Rogers High School, and this is our first episode of Coffee with the Principal. What we're going to do is, on a fairly regular basis, we're going to do real quick discussions with the principal of Rogers High School, Louis Blunt, and just ask him questions and talk about things that are happening here at RHS. And we're going to start today by talking about who exactly is Mr. Valines. Where did you get started, and what do you think about Rogers High School? We're going to start with that.
First of all, Mr. Hagers, thank you for this opportunity to do this, and it's an awesome idea. And, you know, we want to mention our audience. We only have one member, but he is rather large, so we have a large audience.
Yes, we do.
I started my educational career, got my undergraduate degree at the University of Arkansas, and I started teaching in a town in north central Arkansas in Flippin in 1994, technically, March 20th, 1994. And I taught for 14 and a half years and in Flippin and in Mountain Home. And then I became an elementary principal in Flippin in 2008, and I did that for 4 years. And then I had an opportunity to go to Huntsville High School for 1 year. And then I had a wonderful opportunity to come to Rogers High School, where I served as an assistant principal for 3 years, and now this is my first year as principal of Rogers High School. Your last question, what I think of Rogers High School. Rogers High School has been a place that I've wanted to come for many years, since 2005. The principal at the time was Bill Stringer, and he came and spoke to a graduate class that I was in to become certified to become a principal. And he and Matt Seyfright was one of his assistants, and at that class meeting, what they said really was intriguing to me. A lot of what they said resonated with me in terms of my core values, in terms of using data to drive decisions, in terms of really looking at trying to improve a culture, trying to improve a building, trying to improve a system, by really monitoring what's going on in the system. And it really grabbed hold of me that night, and I set my sights then of coming to Rogers High School. I had no idea that it would unfold as quickly as it did. There's been quite a journey to get here, but I am thankful for that. It has helped me. It's helped prepare me for being principal of Rogers High School. And in short, what do I think of Rogers? It is simply the best. We are the best high school in the state. I believe we're the best high school in the nation. Why do I believe that? It's not the building. We have a beautiful building. We have a beautiful campus. Quite frankly, the prettiest I've seen. But it's the people that are here, the teachers, the students, the community, the support from all levels that help make our school the very best. And I am thrilled to have the opportunity to serve as principal of Rogers High School. I take that very seriously. At the same time, I am happy. We don't. It's not all work around here. We do play some, and we have fun doing what we do. And so, it is that environment that I really enjoy. The expectations are high by the teachers. The expectations are high by the parents. The expectations are high by the students. We just celebrated yesterday having 5 National Merit finalists in our student body. So, what a wonderful tribute to the dedication of our students, our teachers, and the academic aspirations that all of them have in terms of trying to become the best they can be.
And now I've been here 6 years. This is your fourth?
Mm-hmm.
And I was joking with somebody the other day about how in 6 years I've had 3 different principals.
Right.
And that sounds like a bad thing, but it's really not, because both of the previous principals have moved on to leadership positions in districts.
Yes, sir.
In our district. And what I was talking about with somebody is, you're the 3rd principal that I've had just here at RHS.
Right.
And I think that you have done a great deal of great things for Rogers High School already. Tell me a little bit about other plans that you have, both short-term and long-term, for Rogers High School.
Short-term plans are to continue to analyze what we're doing, and are we meeting the needs of our students? Are we meeting the needs of our teachers? Are we meeting the needs of our community? I don't think you can analyze short-term goals without looking at long-term goals because they're so intertwined. And, you know, we put together, as you all know, and as Carlos knows, we put together 4 task forces this year, and out of those task forces, one of those is response to intervention. Little did we know that that would become a district initiative that now we are poised to already launch with the research that our RTI committee has already done, along with the advisory committee, task force, I should say. We're already poised to launch into exploring how can we adjust our system to better serve our students and fit the expectations that the district and the state are asking us to do. How can we fit those into our system or our plan, our day-to-day life? Many times, and I've used this analogy, in fact, I was visiting with a teacher yesterday about this, and we have a plate, and this is just an old analogy, but we have a plate, and the plate is so big, and it's limited size. And many times, change is inevitable in education, and many times we continue to pile things on our plate, and we don't take anything off to make room for the new stuff. And I think before we pile something else on either students, teachers, or the community's plate, we have to figure out what is most important to us, what are our big rocks, so to speak, and then leave those intact, but then the filler material can be adjusted. And what I found in working with teachers and students and communities in the past is when you honor what is really valued by all people, when you honor those big rocks, the filler material can easily be adjusted. And many times it is that filler material that ends up consuming a lot of our time, energy, thought, and if we do it the right way, if we analyze, identify our big rocks, and before we make those changes, then the buy-in is there by the students and the staff and the community, and it becomes the logical thing to do. So that's my approach to change. Just not trying to necessarily be the first to do something. If it makes sense for us to be the first to do something, then so be it. We'll be the first to do it. But it will need to make sense to the majority, and it will need to make sense to the larger group in order for us to do that. And or we cannot do it. It's that simple. So going back to the task forces, the work that they have done in preparing us to analyze what we're doing with response to intervention for students to help make every student successful, and to really tie back into the district mission statement where all belong, all learn, and all succeed. It's really exciting, and we're looking at some really neat things. We're looking at some great things as far as spelling those out. It's very simple. What ways can we improve what we do day to day to help students be successful? There are so many areas and so many facets of this high school. We've recently, the district put in Honors Academy, and of the 200 students, almost 100 of those were Rogers High School students. We're very proud of those. That is something that's embedded within our current curriculum, and it's going to give and answer that question that we ask: what do we do with those students that are already getting the material? What do we do with our advanced students? So it's going to help and enrich their lives. At the same time, I'm asking questions. What are we doing with our kinesthetic learners? What are we doing with our students who learn best by taking stuff apart, putting stuff back together? Mm-hmm. Are we providing those opportunities here today? I had a conversation with Student Senate today about that. Mm-hmm. They were pretty jazzed up. They got pretty excited. And they gave me some good feedback. They were excited about it. They said they learned that way. Yeah. And so change, what's the vision? The vision is to continue to be progressive, to move forward, whatever that means. And we're in the process of discovering what that means.
One of the things I want to wrap up this first session by just asking this last thing, which is in terms of communications. I think you and I agree on, Carlos does as well, is that it's so important that you have an open communication with the not just the students, but with the parents and families and the entire community. And that's what these videos are going to be. Every time we meet and have coffee, we're going to have a different topic to talk about. So we're going to have, hopefully you have found this video on one of our social media outlets, Facebook or Twitter or wherever it is that you found it. We really would like for you to share that with your friends and neighbors, anybody who has any interest in Rogers High School. Yeah, like us on Facebook. No, just make sure you share that. We also have a version in Spanish. If you have friends who their first language is Spanish, they're better with Spanish, we'll have the exact same interview that Mr. Amargos has done with Mr. Valines as well. Here's the last thing, and that is, if you have any questions or any topics that you would like to bring up, please, on our page or via email, you can email me or Mr. Valines or Mr. Amargos. And if you have a topic that you would like for us to discuss here on Coffee with the Principal, please send that to us, and we will try very hard to get that on.
Couple thoughts. The Coffee Zone. Come by and enjoy a cup with the principal. We'll be glad to sit down and discuss with you over coffee. And we look forward to future videoing and taping and recording of questions that are pertinent to you and the community and trying to answer those. Thank you again for stopping by and visiting with us today.
It's a great day to be a Mountie.
It's a great day to be a Mountie. Thank you, Mr. Hagers.
You bet. Thank you.